Hi guys, good morning. Today we're going to be studying how mold grows in bread, and for this experiment I'm going to run it at home, and then I will be sending you guys pictures of our daily updates on how the mold grows on the different samples. You guys have a paper copy of the lab that you should be following along that was posted. So first, as you notice, there are 4 different samples. We're going to have a dry sample, a sample with water, a sample with water and salt, and a sample, the last sample is water and sugar. So I have all my materials that I prepped before I started this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag that says dry bread, and I am going to insert my half a slice of bread in here, just plain. For my second sample, I will take my slice of bread, and I already have pre-measured 50 ml of water in the beaker, so I'm going to pour it over the bread. Let the bread soak it in. It spilled a little bit on the bag, that's okay. Probably would have been good if I did this inside. That way all of the water can be absorbed by the bread if it doesn't absorb right away. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. And now I have really moist bread that I will be, it says water and it has today's date. As you can see, the bag still has some water in there, and it will be absorbed by the bread, but it will ensure that the bread is really moist. The third sample will have water and salt. So I have my baggie ready. I'm going to go ahead and add the salt first that I have pre-measured here, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the bread, and what I'm hoping that will happen is that the salt will be absorbed, will actually dilute when I add the water, and once it dilutes, it will have salty water that will be absorbed by the slice of bread. So right now I am moving the bread around a little bit so that I can put the rest of the salt. And as you can tell, there is probably still some salt in here, salt, and still in the bread. Okay, now we have the salt has been diluted in the bread, and most of the salt has been absorbed. My third sample will be the water and sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and add the bread, and then I'm going to add the sugar here, and I'm going to spread the sugar and the bread, and to that I'm going to go ahead and add the water and the sugar. Okay, now my bread has absorbed all the sugar water. I'm going to go ahead and store these samples in my garage in a very warm, dark place, and I will check them daily to see how they are progressing as far as their mold growth, and I will be sending you pictures of that progress.